Can AI help you pack for a trip? I was keen to find out, so I asked Claude.ai to help me pack for a trip to Canada. Oh, hi. We are B&R from Jane Sees the World, and in this video we are talking about what it was like to use Claude.ai to generate a packing list for a trip to Canada.
Okay. How much do you like packing for a trip?
I hate packing.
It's the worst.
Packing is the worst.
I will say that AI can help you start the packing list, but unfortunately, it cannot help you pack for your trip yet. So, packing for this trip we took to Canada, what things did we need for a end of October, beginning of November trip around the Maritimes?
All right. I think the most useful recommendation I came across, because it was inclement weather, we got snowed on. We had the rooftop off of our convertible. Like it ran the gamut. But what's most useful, and is probably most useful for a lot of trips, is layers. So anything that you can load up if it's cold outside, like, put your base layer on, put your regular shirt, put a fleece on, and put your raincoat all on one is the best bet.
All right. Weather's a little snowier than we were hoping for. What are we glad we have? Waterproof boots,
Waterproof boots,
gloves,
yep,
scarf,
layers, lots of layers going on.
but it's beautiful.
And then shoes. I think shoes are really key for a trip like this because you don't want to bring a lot. So I was trying out a new pair of waterproof boots, and I really liked them. They're called Lems. They fold up, but they kept my foot dry in the snow, and they look like normal boots. So I didn't look weird walking around with some intense gear.
It looked weird because we were driving a stupid Mustang convertible through a blizzard. So the coolest boots in the world couldn't help that. Some Japanese tourists took some photos of us trying to get out of the snow. It was really embarrassing.
Let's talk about the tool. I signed in for a free account using my Google credentials. You do have a message limit with the free version, so keep that in mind. I had to verify with a code to my cell phone, but then I was in. And when I initially asked Claude for a list, it was very basic. But in the space of a month, 6 weeks, the tool had improved dramatically for this very simple ask. I can see that this AI stuff is going to be changing all the time. I love that Claude included an overview of the weather, and the response seemed quick to me, definitely quicker than me starting my own list. The response was easy to copy, but it was not easy to download the whole exchange. And after I edited my initial response to include some road trip information, it deleted my original thread, which the tool did warn me about, but it's something to keep in mind. Claude is designed with ethics in mind, and apparently it will push back and tell you it cannot engage if you ask hateful or harmful questions, which I love. However, there's not much harmful or hateful about a packing list.
It did offer up suggestions like a camera, which I didn't think was very useful in this day and age. It also didn't provide things like pajamas. I don't know if it just thought you would remember those or if it just thinks we all sleep in the nude, which we do not. So at least not when we're traveling. and, and I was disappointed that we were traveling over Halloween and it didn't suggest that maybe we pack a costume or something to celebrate the holiday. Luckily, you remembered and you had that taken care of, but it would be nice if the tool had, reminded us that we would be there and to maybe pack something appropriate for that.
Yeah, and you would have put the parameters of from October to November.
Yes, I put the exact dates. I had where we were going. It did suggest things like it'll be cold, have layers. It did suggest exactly what you said was important, but there were some nuances that I thought it could improve upon.
What is it?
Pretty sure it's ice. Might be a little chilly.
But no people.
Now this tool is way too robust and smart for a packing list, honestly. Not that you can't use it for that, but it has capabilities that are impressive. Claude.ai is a very useful tool for things like brainstorming, having a discussion, talking about ethical, cultural type sort of topics. So, with that in mind, what might we use rather than a packing list? What might we use Claude for in the future?
I think anything with interacting with different cultures, I'm always really sensitive about that. Like you go to Morocco, you don't want to, wear really revealing clothes because then you're being offensive without meaning to. So probably stuff like that is what I would expect them to have a robust answer. I wonder if you can save if you use it enough, like you get back from one trip and you can refine your prompt and just like copy and paste in and say like, okay, this was too warm. What should I do now? And
Yeah.
further refine it. I wonder if that would be helpful.
I see some experimentation in our future. In the meantime, I will probably continue to use AI to at least start the packing list, but understanding that it still isn't going to pack that bag for me, sadly.
In summary, Claude AI is a very useful tool for travel planning, and it can get you a nice start on your packing list. If you want to learn more about how AI can improve your travel experience, go ahead and subscribe and come along with us on this journey. We do not consider ourselves experts, but we love learning new things, and we are excited to see what AI can do for travel planning. Happy adventures!